Nasdaq is headed for the worst week in the year as tech stock drops. Yahoo Finance. Will the stock market crash again in 2021? Dave Ramsey. Will the US stock market crash soon? Forbes magazine. Is the stock market bubble set to burst? The Motley Fool. 1 year after the 2020 market crash, are you prepared for another one? Market Watch. It appears that we cannot catch a single break from the media on how bad the market is getting, and even my all-time favorite stock that has paid me really well over the course of the year keeps falling and falling and cannot even catch a break. However, amid all the craziness that is happening, I'll be investing over $5,000 into the market, and here are the stocks I'm going to be picking for the month. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawheed. I'm a software engineer and a former startup founder based out of Boston. And on this channel, we explore various ways to capitalize on the digital economy to make some serious bang. If you were to turn on the news today, or just simply follow social media, there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of talk about the stock market, why the stock market is going down, what we can do about it, are we really in a bubble? But if you read in between the lines and you pay close attention to it, you might realize that this is a great opportunity for you to actually get into the market. I have been investing for quite some time now. Honestly, it has been through my 401k, which most of you do have, but probably not even paying attention to. But when it comes to personal investment, I actually opened a Robinhood account about 5 years ago, but did not really take it seriously until the pandemic began. During that period of time, I was able to take advantage of the sale that was happening in the market to be able to grow my portfolio to a 6-digit number. But through all of this, I established some core principles that has helped me weather the storm and also to be able to rake in the gains that I just showed you. I have a strong faith in the US economy and I have a strong faith in the US stock market. So for me, regardless of whatever happens to the market, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, I'm always consistently investing $4,000. And this month is no different. This month, I'm only doing $5,500 because Daddy Biden came through with the stimmy, and it gives me more money to be able to dump into the stock market. So before we jump into the market, to show you the stocks that I'm picking for the month, it's really important for you to understand some of the guiding principles and some of the logic and the reasoning behind it. This way, it can also help you make an informed decision to avoid following the crowd. So let's talk about them. My first principle when it comes to stock market investment is having a goal and going for it. One way to help take out your emotions out of investment is to really have a goal that you can stick with for the long term. Defining your reason for investing can help you manage your own expectations. For example, if your goal is in the near term and you invest in the money that you will need in 5 years or less, stocks are probably not going to be good for you. This is because the volatility will most certainly wrench your emotions because you have too much to risk. On the other hand, if you're just looking at it from a pure long-term play or looking at it to cash out during a retirement or 10+ years, which certainly I am, the day-to-day volatility does not really have an impact on the bottom line of your total return because the stock market has proven to return an average of 7% on a year-to-year basis. My second principle on investment is to focus on time in the market as opposed to time in the market. Attempting to move in and out of the market at ideal times is known as time in the market and is generally not recommended because it's nearly impossible and can have serious consequences. Honestly, if somebody had a crystal ball and knew when the stock market was going to go up or when it was going to go down, they would always buy at the bottom and always sell when it goes up. But the reality is, nobody knows that answer. And even if you think about Warren Buffett, a lot of new investors always forget that Warren Buffett does not start investing today. The reason why he's been so successful in the market is because he started investing long time ago and he has taken advantage of compounding. My third approach when it comes to long-term investment is to limit the amount of times that I check my brokerage account or the amount of times that I check the Robinhood app. Rather than look at the account every few minutes during the day, the approach that I go after is look at it twice a week or actually only once a week. Again, because I'm a long-term investor and I'm looking at it from a long-term point of view, the day-to-day happenings or the movements that's happening in the market does not really have an impact to the bottom line of what I want to be able to achieve in 10 years. My final principle when it comes to stock market investment is to be aware of the role that my emotions play and not let it dissuade me in the investment decisions that I make. As with so many things in life, emotions are partially to be blamed. It's pretty normal for you to see a stock rising really high and want to jump on the bandwagon and not to miss out on the train. And it's also pretty normal for you to see a stock really going down and start feeling that you need to sell it or else you're going to lose all your money. I personally have a huge experience with this where at one point last year, I bought $40,000 worth of Tesla stocks. And guess what? I could not handle my emotions and I kept checking my Robinhood apps for so long that I ended up selling that $40,000. After selling that stock, guess what happened? Tesla kept rising and rising and rising, and even after the stock split where they did a 5-to-1 split, it kept on going up and up and up. If I hadn't let my emotion take charge of me, I would have been up $40,000. So here's the deal, which goes back to the previous point that I made. When you're investing, make sure you're looking at it from a long-term point of view and make sure that you are not being influenced by your own emotions. So with all that said, let's jump straight into my portfolio and the reason why you came into the video to see the stocks that I'm buying for the month.
If you're still watching this video and have not yet liked it, and you need to stop whatever you're doing right now and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for the YouTube algorithm. Now back to the regular video.
I have a number of apps that I use to manage all my various forms of investment, and honestly, they all have a unique role that they play in my overall long-term strategy and my overall long-term vision. My Fidelity, for instance, is where I manage all my employer-related 401k, my own HSA, my Roth IRA, and then what else do we have? And my traditional IRA. I keep all of that in my Fidelity, and I generally don't play around over there. Anything that I buy is generally index funds or ETFs. Secondly, I have the Robinhood app, which really got me into personal investment. I have been limiting the amount of money that I put in my Robinhood account because of all the legal shenanigans that they're going through. Now, if you were following it closely as well, the whole GameStop saga showed me that Robinhood was actually not a company for the people. So yeah, I've been really limiting the amount of money that I put over there. As a matter of fact, the last time I put money into Robinhood was about 2 or 3 months ago. What I ended up doing was actually to create another brokerage account with Chase. And that's really where I'm going to be showing you guys my portfolio. And now that I've started the YouTube channel, that is where I'm actually going to be making all my purchases. What I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to log into my Chase account and then we're going to place the orders for the stocks that I'm buying for the month. Alright, so the first symbol that I'm going to be buying is Fastly. It's been taking some proper beating the past 1 month, and actually I love this symbol so much because I believe in what they're doing as a cloud computing provider. I currently own how many shares? 220 shares, sitting at around a loss of 8%. At one point I was really high on this position, but overall I really love the strategy of cloud computing and where this organization is going, so it's a no-brainer for me. I'm going to be loading more on this. Alright, so the next symbol that I'm going to be buying is Fiverr International. If you don't know what Fiverr is, it's essentially a freelance website where you can go and get work done. It's been taking a lot of beating this past few months, and I think this is a great opportunity for people to jump in. It is actually my winner in all my portfolio, and it's netted me about 78% in total return, sitting around $13,000 currently. My average cost is around $118, but at $211, I seriously think it's a great discount for me to get in. I love it as a consumer and I love it as a freelancer as well. So it's a no-brainer for me. I'm putting $1,000 into Fiverr International in this market correction. So the next symbol that I'm going to be buying, which I'm putting $1,000 in right now, is Pinduoduo. If you look in my Robinhood portfolio, I'm currently down a little bit on that. I'm down around 1,200, but I love what they're doing with e-commerce, and I believe it's a follower to Alibaba and what the folks at Alibaba are doing. I love the overall vision. I think it's currently at a sale. I got it at around $165 per share. I believe it is a total sale and it's a total steal right now. So I'm going to be loading another $1,000 in that for Pinduoduo. Alright, so the next one, which if you already have a Mac or if you're using an iPhone, you know it's a no-brainer. Everybody loves Apple. Apple. I love it so much. The beauty about that stock, not only is it a really good company that is not going anywhere in the short term, it is a company that actually pays you dividends. So they reward you for actually owning their stocks, right? And if you know me, you know that I love free things. So it's a no-brainer for me. Currently own about 30 shares of Apple. I'm going to be adding $1,000 to it to really increase my position. I still think it definitely is a discount, and it's a great opportunity for folks to jump in. So the last symbol that I'm going to be buying is VTI. Love this so much. I have no intentions on selling it anytime soon. I currently have, what's my position? I currently have 6 shares at an average cost around 137. It's currently at 206. I don't consider this a discount, but again, I'm a long-term investor and I really don't care about what the market conditions are right now. I'm just going to be loading up $1,500 on that and just, trying to increase my position. I have no intention on selling this at all. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna sell it till the day I die. But as long as the market is good and as long as the stock is good, I'm just gonna keep holding on to it. All right, guys, that's it. That's all the stocks that I'm buying for the month of March. I hope you guys are also taking advantage of the discount that is happening to make some incredible purchases. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for checking out my content. I have a lot of content on the internet that shows you how to make money online, not only as a freelancer, but also into the stock market as well. If you love my stuff, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. Thank you so much and peace out.